All right, guys, hello and welcome. So, this is part two to a video I created a few days ago. The title was DeepSeek Pros and Cons of Running It Locally versus the Web Browser. So, this is just a follow up. I had a couple questions regarding inside of Facebook regarding the first video. So, I installed it and I am going to give you my full opinion and whether or not this is something that may be beneficial for you, or is it something that you may leave and just continue using chat gpt and the other american based services. So I did install it. So let me get to this first. It's a couple of questions, but it's kind of, I'll try to answer it as best as I can, and please be patient. So, how difficult was it to install DeepSeek R1 locally? Were there any unexpected errors? How much storage and RAM does it require? And is there any noticeable speed improvements when generating response, or does it lag and slow down your computer while it's running? So, to answer the first part, no, it was very easy to install, and there's many tutorials, many videos that came out in the last week that show you how to install this in this virtual environment. The name of it is Ollama, and it's you just type in ollama.com and you'll be greeted with, let's see, with this, and then you download it. And then once you've downloaded and you have it on your device, then you just come into DeepSeek R1 and you grab this code here, Ollama DeepSeek R1. And the only non-techie thing you might have, or you might not know, because most of us are used to using front-end applications. Applications like programs that have the forward-facing stuff. Emails, whatever platform we're working on, that's the front facing. So to get into the back end of Windows, you have to do something like this. So Windows and Apple, Mac. So I work with a Mac at another place, and it's the same thing. It's a different name for it. But you right click on the home, even if it's Windows 10, you just right click and you come to Terminal Admin. So I even asked ChatGPT because I was wondering because there's command prompts, there's PowerShell, and there's Windows Terminal. So here's a quick overview of the difference. So command prompts, it's the oldest of the three, PowerShell, and then Windows Terminal. So they're all backwards compatible. So if you can get to any one of these three inside of your system, your operating system, you can run the Ollama. So basically, the easiest way is like I was showing. You right click, go to terminal, admin, and then allow it to run as an admin, and then it brings you to this. And then you grab that code there, run Ollama after you've installed it, and then Control V, and then enter. And then you see it was thinking there for a minute, and now it seems to be working. So let's say, oops, sorry. Hello, let's see. So it is running and working. So the think part is my gripe. So I tried to remove it. I even installed Python, which is another language model that would supposedly going to help me remove the think process, the reasoning process that is so unique to DeepSeek. So ChatGPT has this, they just don't show it to you. So it's on their back end. They keep it hid, and this shows it to you. I have a pretty powerful computer. It's pretty new. It's running DDR5 RAM. It's a 7950X with a X670 motherboard, so it's pretty beefy, and it's got a terabyte drive. It seems to be not as fast as the browser for some reason. And let me just ask it a simple question. Sorry. How's the weather? And see, it goes through all this long thinking process, and I'm not a fan of this. Of course, I haven't installed 7B or 8B. Now, this 1.5B, I guess that's the billion parameters that they've trained it on. I talked about that in the other video of the differences between them. It's sort of like an encyclopedia. So you may have ABC for this, language, and then the next one would be the next, and so on. So the more the bigger it is, the more encyclopedia letters, so to speak, you get access to, I guess, and better, that's the way I perceive it. So, um, yeah, so this is the part I tried to remove, this thinking. Think. It tells you, all right, the user just asked how the weather was. They might be looking for current weather updates or want to know about the weather in a specific location. So I don't really want that. I just want the weather, and that's why I don't think I'll be using this over ChatGPT. And as far as using this in the browser, when I use it in the browser, every third question goes through. So I ask three questions. Two of them I'll have to keep copy and pasting. Two of them will say, please try again. Please try again. You paste it back in. Even on the mobile version, I have to paste it in again. Please try again. Please try. And then finally it goes through and you get it. So there's a lot of people using it. Maybe it'll clear up. But then again, your information is going to China. So I've noticed since this is rolled out, ChatGPT, even on the free version, is allowing you to do more and you have a lot more options. So with this, you can't upload any images, it can't create images, and this is what you see is what you get. This is how you'll be able to, you know, to to use it. So if you wanted to say create a story about a boy. So this is pretty slow to me going through all this text that it's putting out. Whereas ChatGPT just bam and you got your answer. So that is my gripe with it. Now, again, I'm going to remove this and I'm going to try installing 1.5, maybe just, a smaller version. Doesn't do the thinking process, as that is something I really don't like. So, depending on your preference, you may enjoy that. And I hope I answered your question. As far as speed, I'm not seeing any difference. In fact, the browser is actually faster than this because of and I got a pretty beefy system and it's still not as fast as what ChatGPT would return. So, um, yeah, that's about it. And I hope I answered your question to the best of, I hope it helped you. And again, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you know somebody that struggles with dyslexia or ADHD and works online like myself, consider reaching out to me as I try to provide helpful content and videos to show you that you can earn a living online, even though you have dyslexia and ADHD. These are not necessarily disabilities. These are just different ways we go about creating content and interacting with the world. So until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you have any questions, just drop them below and I will answer. Also, check out our Facebook group. And we have I think over 8,000, no, 800 people now. So it's growing. So check that out too. Thanks, guys, and talk to you soon.